Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see
the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Watson off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Back to throw, Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's certainly putting together MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now the first throw of the night is taken in, complete, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
2nd and 1 from the 2. And they'll go right back to right. Then he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Hill to return it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. From the 46, here's second down and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Throwing again on second down. Hurts, throw right side, complete to Williams. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now they'll shift things around. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1. Wright will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for play caller doesn't get in his own way. They should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 66 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Out of the gun, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw is Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? They go play action with Hurts. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now they send the tight end in motion left. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tip Ryman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take. Williams, the man in motion left. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense make Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Watson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, Watson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And quickly they get to the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20. Seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts. That pass caught. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jamison Williams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker room. Rooms here a bit early. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Washington now brings this out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's a run by Wright. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
127 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Right back to him on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now here's a throw that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tip Ryman. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Washington now brings this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some. Some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll change things up.
The slot man in motion right. Now back to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
And I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Miami, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.